swinging in, and it is a fair ball, and Wayzata wins it. Champlin Park back to state for the third straight year.
Hi there, and welcome to Sports Jam on CCX. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson. Today on the show, plenty of prep highlights, plus we will meet a brother and sister act from Osseo High School.
And let's get started with a great rivalry on the football field. Cooper and Armstrong came into their Friday meeting with a combined 7-1 record. Unbeaten Coopers climbed to number 4 in the state Class 5A rankings. A big crowd for homecoming at Cooper. And after a scoreless first quarter, Cooper strikes big as Cameron King throws deep to Phoenix Sproles behind the defender for a 41-yard touchdown pass. The Hawks lead 6-0. Both defenses excel in the first half. King's pass into traffic is intercepted by Armstrong safety Makai Bessick. And Bessick's interception sets up this play. Jake Breitbach rolls left on a 4th down play and hits fullback Nate Pertula in the end zone. Matthew Jager's extra point gives Armstrong a 7-6 lead at the half. But Cooper controls the second half. They get the running game going, and Ante Burns has a big hole to run through, staying on his feet through the tackle attempts. Burns plays a tremendous game. Cooper leads 12-7. And it's more of the same late in the game as the Hawks O-line opens a gap. Burns cuts left and scores another TD. He's used more on offense in this one because of an injury. And Burns seals the deal with his second interception of the night as Cooper improves to 5-0 with a 20-7 win. We'll hear from the Hawks later in the show.
Like Cooper, Park Center celebrated homecoming last week and also featured a 5 o'clock Friday kickoff as they hosted a very good Irondale team. Pirates looking for their 3rd win of the season. Irondale gets on the board first. Brendan White passes to Aiden Price, 2 yards for a touchdown. It's 7-0 Knights 3 minutes into the game. Early second quarter, Irondale in the red zone again. And Parker Freiberg takes the handoff. He carries it in 3 yards for a score. And the Knights lead at 21-0. Park Center gets on the board on their next drive. Jamal Brown throws 10 yards to Levante Parker for a touchdown. Pirates cut the Irondale lead to 21-7. Last minute of the first half, Brown finds Parker again, but Irondale, Ronnie Trask strips the ball away, and Arias Sears scoops it up. He runs it in 18 yards for a score. The Knights lead at 28-7 at halftime. They go on to win 35-13. Irondale is now 4-1.
After a season-opening loss at St. Croix Lutheran, Providence Academy ripped off 3 straight wins and looked to keep that winning streak going in Week 5 as the Lions celebrated homecoming facing Mound Westaka in a key Twin City Gold Sub-District game. Providence gets on the board. Justin Mason, the fade pass, Julian Caven open for the grab. The Lions go up 7-0. After a Mound field goal, they score again as Brandon Hokanen has great protection and throws a strike to Sam Dufault. The visiting Whitehawks take a 10-7 lead into halftime. Providence retakes the lead in the third quarter as Jeff Ekior bounces off a tackler and keeps his legs driving to the end zone. He's fired up, and it's 14-10 Lions. Mound answers in a hurry, though, as the defensive back gambles and misses. Hokanen's pass gets to Evan Dahl, and he is off to the races. A 66-yard play. The Whitehawks go back in front 17-14. And in the fourth quarter, they added an insurance touchdown on a great throw by Hokanen, threading the needle despite good coverage. Thomas Elliott gets the TD. Mound Westaka wins it 24-14.
2 big Class 6A teams in the area played on Thursday night. Maple Grove began a string of 3 straight games against top 10 teams. Nice drone shot by our Roger Larson as Maple Grove hosted number 1 Eden Prairie in a rematch of last season's state quarterfinal. Scoreless in the second quarter when Eden Prairie's Cole Kramer fakes the handoff, keeps it on the bootleg. He goes 25 yards for a touchdown, and it's 7-0 Eagles at halftime. Third quarter, and Kramer with the play action fake. He throws to Davis Jager in the back of the end zone for the score. Caps a long drive, and it's 14-0 EP. They strike again late in the third quarter. Grant Harstead slips through a crease and gets into the open field. He goes 48 yards for a touchdown. Eden Prairie leads at 21-0 through 3 quarters. But Maple Grove is not done. On a 4th down play, Evan Hall gets in for the touchdown. The Crimson pull within 21-7 with 8.5 minutes to play. But after forcing a Maple Grove turnover, Eden Prairie scoring once more, they hand the Crimson a 28-7 defeat. Maple Grove is now 3-2. They play at Lakeville North on Friday.
Speaking of Lakeville North, they faced another local team last week. Wayzata was at home to face the 4th-ranked Panthers for the Trojans' homecoming game. Lakeville North scores on their first drive as Brennan Keebler rolls left and threads a pass to Roger Nelson in the back of the end zone. A touchdown for the Panthers. Still in the first quarter, and Keebler will keep it on the quarterback draw. He follows his blockers and gets in for the touchdown. Lakeville North goes up 14-0. The Trojans' defense settles in from there. They'll get pressure on Keebler as he rolls out, and Campbell Thomas steps in front of the receiver for the interception for Wayzata to stop a Panthers drive. And Wayzata creates another turnover in an even better spot. The Panthers deep in their own territory, and the Trojans force a fumble. David Sandahl scoops it up. He's tackled immediately, but they are at the 5-yard line. And the Trojans cash in on that turnover as Marco Lopezio hits Charles Engdahl, who hangs on despite the hit. Wayzata's within 14-7. But the Panthers get another touchdown with 2 minutes left in the first half to lead 21-7. They go on to take a 24-7 victory, Wayzata's 4th straight loss.
In cross country, Osseo hosts a meet each September. The Orioles were one of 10 teams in the meet, 4 of them in the CCX viewing area. Great day for a run at the Elm Creek Park Reserve. Irondale 8th grader Elizabeth Van Loon is the girls' winner with a 5K time of 20 minutes, 2.1 seconds. Maple Grove's Gabrielle Bolser at second, and right behind her is Centennial's Gracie Stokes, who edges Osseo's Alexa Davis, who set a new Osseo 5K record for girls. Crimson get 2 more runners in the top 10, Lindsey Young finishing 7th and Ava Lanu 8th. A light rain comes down for the boys' race, but it doesn't bother Blaine's Ben Olson. He crushes the field with a winning time of 16 minutes, 14.09 seconds. Maple Grove's Blake Iverson cruises in for 2nd place. He's followed by teammate C.J. Young, who takes 3rd. Armstrong Samuel Tyson is the next local runner, finishing in 6th place. Ben Aoki Sherwood of Armstrong comes in 9th. And here are the team scores, starting with the boys. Maple Grove, the winner with 50 team points. The Armstrong close behind at 55, and Centennial 3rd at 60. The next local team is host Osseo. The Orioles finish 6th, and Cooper comes in 8th. Centennial's girls come in 1st place, just ahead of Maple Grove. Blaine wins a tiebreaker with Osseo to finish 3rd. Osseo then is 4th with Armstrong in 5th place. Cooper did not have enough runners to earn a team score in that meet. Back to football, big win for Totino Grace, Jay.
Yeah, beating St. Michael Albertville, handing them their first loss. Also, Brooklyn Center kind of quietly up to 4-1 on the season. They have had a nice start.
Still to come here on Sports Jam, the week's top soccer highlights, plus a key matchup in volleyball between Maple Grove and Champlin Park. Welcome back to Sports Jam. Maple Grove's girls soccer team comes into this final week of the regular season with just 1 loss, a non-conference defeat at Minneapolis Washburn.
The Crimson won 2 more Northwest Suburban Conference matches last week. The 3rd-ranked Crimson hosting Elk River in this one. LJ Kalaji with the well-placed corner kick, and Lauren Bredensteiner times it to redirect it in. The Crimson grab a 1-0 lead. Meredith Hawkinson is tough to stop, and her shot will catch the goalkeeper off guard, bouncing past her here for a goal. Maple Grove takes a 2-0 lead into halftime. Second half, and Bredensteiner chases it down and puts it out front. The Elks stop the initial chance, but Mia Omar steps up and will control it here and puts it away for a 3-0 Crimson lead. Later, it's Hawkinson dishing to Manon McMahon, and her shot will go just inside the far post. Maple Grove cruises to a 4-0 win. They also shut out Totino Grace last week in conference play. Champlin Park's boys soccer team was looking to build a little momentum heading into next week's Section 5 AA playoffs when they traveled to Anoka to take on the Tornadoes. No score in the second half. Champlin Park's Amada Well takes the shot, the rebound out to Kevin Arthur, and he buries it, and it's 1-0 Rebels. But Anoka gets 2 quick goals. Quinn Putt scores on the penalty kick for a 2-1 Tornadoes lead. The Rebels, though, tie it up. Manuel Gonzalez with a high pass. Arthur heads it over the defenders and in, tying the score. A great goal for Champlain Park. The teams then play 2 scoreless overtime periods. The game ends in a 2-2 tie.
At Park Center, the Pirates boys team hosting Blaine. Highlights from the Pirates and Bengals. First half, Bengals goalie Jonathan Koala making a big stop. No score in this one at the half. Second half, Justin Nacklin with a throw-in. Daniel Salato heads it right to Eddie Swen, who heads it into the Bengals net. And it's 1-0 Pirates. And they hold that lead. Park Center goalkeeper Hassan Kamara slides out to stop a Bengals scoring opportunity here. Park Center holds on. They win it 1-0 over Blaine. In volleyball, Champlain Park and Maple Grove have emerged as the top teams this fall in the Northwest Suburban Conference, and those two met up last week. Rebels, the defending conference champions, the Crimson unbeaten coming into the match. First set, Izzy Ashburn passes to Caitlin Weimer-Skirch, sets it back to Emma Schmidt for a kill. Champlain Park point in set 1. Maple Grove takes that first set. Zoe Brown to Annika Peeler for the kill. Crimson win 25-22. And this guy is fired up. Second set, the Crimson set goes outside. The freshman Skylar Gray and the Crimson up early. But Champlain Park would come back. Ashburn sets to Schmidt for the kill. Rebels take that set 25-19, tying it at 1. Set 3, and this time it's Schmidt as the setter, Ashburn the hitter. Her attack blocked out of play by the Crimson. Champlain Park wins set 3, 25-22. And they close it out in 4. Ashburn to Sammy Hilly for the kill. Third-ranked Champlain Park wins set 4, 25-11. They win the match, rallying after dropping that first set.
We just knew we could, if we believed in ourselves, we were going to be just fine. And we just knew if we played like we know how to do, it'd be okay. Playing really well as a team together. Every day we're getting in the gym and working really hard together, and it's really fun.
Meanwhile, a young Osseo volleyball team is improving as this season goes. The Orioles took on Delano in a non-conference matchup. The first set, Carissa Furman with a back set to Kate Achenbach, and she hammers it down the line for a 13-6 Orioles lead. Delano comes back, though. The block sets up the kill for Olivia Motley, cutting Osseo's lead to 18-13. But Osseo closes strong. Riley Stichter with the point. The Orioles win the set 25-15. Set 2 is close most of the way. Emily Rossing with a kill here, tying the score up at 8 apiece. Then Lindsay O'Jury gets the block for a 16-13 Orioles lead. Nice set by Furman to Achenbach for the kill, and Osseo takes the second 25-17. In set 3, Achenbach on match point ends it with a bang as Osseo wins 25-15 to get the sweep.
At Brooklyn Center, the Centaurs played host to De La Salle in the Tri-Metro Conference match. The Islanders' Haley Daler setting outside to Kayla Nye. Her kill gives De La Salle a big first set lead. Brooklyn Center's Janelle Whaley sets Christina Yang up for a kill here, but the Centaurs fall short in set 1, 25-13. Set 2 goes to Kemi Daniel. Had a big match for the Islanders. Senior middle hitter delivers a kill that's worth another look. The Islanders build an early lead in that second set, and they win 25-12. Centaurs take a lead early in set 3. Great dig on the ball by Sydney Meter. Christina Yang with a kill, but it's not enough. The Islanders come back to win the set 25-16, and they take the match in 3. Jay, the fall season goes fast. Start of section girls tennis team play this week.
That's right. Hopefully the weather will cooperate and get some of these outdoor matches in so they don't have to shuffle the schedule too much. Next up in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a brother-sister duo who are the latest from their family to play for the Osseo Orioles.
Tyler and Kelsie Sealock come from a big family, and they're following in the footsteps of their older siblings as impact athletes at Osseo High School. Here's Jason Melillo with our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Tyler Sealock is a cornerback, wide receiver, kick returner, and captain for the Osseo football team. His younger sister Kelsie is a jack of all trades for the Osseo volleyball team and also a captain. They come from a very competitive family, and it shows in the way they approach athletics.
We grew up very competitive, as a family and for each other. So I have 4 brothers, and so we all are competitive and we motivate each other. So some of us get very frustrated easily, but like we all come together as a family and like we help each other mentally on and off the court.
Kelsie is listed as a defensive specialist, but she's a versatile player who can also hit and serve and set.
She's one of our most athletic players, and so the fact that she can get up there and jump and hit, block, serve, I mean, she would probably tell you her favorite thing is passing and digging, so that would be the defensive specialist part of it, but she can do it all.
I do like defending in the back row a lot more than in the front row, is because I'm not one of the tallest on the team, but I am very good in the back row, I believe, and whatever the team wants me to do or needs me to do, I'll be there to take a step up and do what they need me to do.
Tyler is the 3rd Sealock to come through the Osseo football program. He played exclusively as a defensive back last season, but this fall, he's recently started playing both ways.
Actually, receiver, I just started last week because offense was having some problems, so we're trying something new. Actually, freshman year I played quarterback. Sophomore year I played receiver, but then junior year, you know, varsity you don't play both ways. But this year, yeah, I'm actually playing both ways for the team again.
Tyler says he learned a lot from older brothers Grant and Bryce, and they instilled in him a pride for Osseo football.
Definitely like their 2 years. The program was very high. They both teams did very well, and like the student section, the school had a lot of Osseo spirit, which that's why I try to bring to our school again.
For Kelsie, this season has been about stepping up and being a leader. She's a junior on a very young Osseo team that's learning its way.
Yes, I've had to step up this year, but in a good way, and it helps motivate the team and to make sure that we stay together as a team, and that just helps us play a lot better.
At home, Kelsie can also talk volleyball with Tyler because that's his winter sport. Tyler has played club volleyball for Minnesota Select since his freshman year.
Men's volleyball, it's definitely helped me with like jumping and my awareness of the ball too. I meet a lot of cool dudes, a lot of dudes from all over the metro, and just like a different environment for me.
Kelsie will be back to lead the Osseo volleyball team next year. Tyler will graduate this spring and might give up competitive athletics.
Either going into pre-med or engineering, which are two hard classes to take, so I don't know if I will. I might just jump on the intramural train and just have fun with it again.
Kelsie and Tyler also run track for Osseo in the spring. Tyler finished 8th in the 300 hurdles and 4th as part of the Orioles 4x100 relay team at last year's state meet. Jay talks football with the unbeaten Cooper Hawks when Sports Jam continues.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. Fantastic season so far for the Cooper football team as they enter the week at 5-0 after rallying to beat Armstrong on their homecoming night 20-7, and joined by 3 of the Hawks that have been contributors tonight and all season long, starting with Phoenix Sproles. And how tough was this one tonight? They came out in the first half, played pretty well against you, but you get it done in the end. How did you feel overall about the team's performance?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. First half we started off slow. We weren't really playing our style of football. We went inside, talked about it, came out, and we came out just to put full gas. We came and put on the gas.
You guys were able to strike for one big passing play to you. You got the one-on-one coverage. Tell us how that went, how that developed for you.
Yeah, so we've been watching film all week, and we knew that matchup was coming. So Cameron, he threw a beautiful pass to me, and I just made a play on the ball and scored a touchdown.
Obviously, offense is what a lot of people end up talking about, but your defense was tremendous tonight. Has that been kind of the case all year?
Yeah, defense has been holding it down. When offense is kind of slow to pick it up, defense is right there to back us up.
All right, Phoenix, thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the way. And one of the reasons that Cooper was able to pull away in the second half, the offensive line was great. Adam Cook, how did you feel about the way your team meshed out there in the second half especially?
We started pretty slow, but in the second half we really turned it on. In our running game, we got 253 yards, I believe, and our goal was 250, so we hit our goal.
Was there some pressure on you guys coming into this game? Because, people were kind of figuring this is the year that Cooper probably should win this one. You trailed at halftime. What did you guys feel that pressure a little bit or not?
Whenever we're down, we're going to feel the pressure, but this game we definitely felt like we had the talent to beat them, and showed it tonight.
You guys have done such a good job all season long. Has this been, at least to this point, sort of a dream season?
Yeah, for sure. It's a great season to be a senior. That's for sure.
All right, nice job here tonight, and good luck the next week here. And Terrance Nicholson, a guy that I said during the game, sometimes you might get overlooked a little bit, but you had a tremendous game covering. How much fun was it to stick with their receivers and kind of shut down their passing game?
I think, I just take it one step at a time, You watch a lot of film during film study. I just feel like, I just bring it every game. So, I do that.
It's important, obviously, to take each game seriously, but does it mean a little bit more when it is Armstrong Cooper night like this, too?
Yeah, especially on, it's wonderful, honestly. Senior year, homecoming versus the rivals right across the street. We're just trying to prove who's the best school in 281, honestly. This is what we do.
At halftime, you guys were down by 1 point. What was the talk like at halftime in the locker room?
Our coaches are they're very encouraging. They never really get down on us too bad. They always uplift us. And it was just basically, you guys know you're better than this. The goal is 1-0. The goal is 1-0. Keep that mindset. As long as you keep that mindset, we good. We go out, we win, we do us. We straight.
Coach was telling me during this week, too, that, you got a great defensive secondary, but he also said that the line has been come along faster than maybe he thought it would. Has it been great to have all three levels of the defense be good like this, too?
Yes, I like Cooper has a complete defense. I mean, from line to linebackers to the defensive backs, it's beautiful having a D-line that is going to get to the quarterback as much as they can and help us DBs back, It's wonderful, honestly.
Terrance, thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Terrance Nicholson, defensive back for the Cooper Hawks, as they get to 5-0 with a victory over Armstrong here on Cooper's homecoming night. We'll be back to wrap up Sports Jam, but first, it's a look at our plays of the week. For her on the court in, maybe 12 years or so?
Delay on the block, hands across.
And then the Hopkins players enjoying the music too. That's good.
Don't miss the Reimagine Aging Conference on Thursday, October 12th at the Minnetonka Community Center. Find out more at ccxmedia.org under Cities and in the Community.
Looking for local? Even more local? CCX Media gives you the option to connect with your community on multiple levels. CCX Create welcomes you, community residents, to connect and experience television in an exciting way. The free TV classes we offer will have you on your way to creating TV, and our wide variety of content can be watched at home or on the go. Connect to what's happening in your community. Visit ccxmedia.org.
Don't miss Halloween at the Creek on Friday, October 27th at the Plymouth Creek Center. Find out more at ccxmedia.org under Cities and in the Community.
Our game of the week is a Class 6A football matchup featuring 4-1 Roseville and 3-2 Champlin Park, as the Rebels look to bounce back from a loss at Blaine. It's homecoming at Champlin Park for the 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday night. Watch it live here on the CCX or catch replays Saturday night at 7 and Sunday at either 10 a.m. or 4 p.m. And that will do it for this week's show. Jay, we're in October now and heading down the home stretch of the fall season.
That's what we said. The tennis starting playoffs already. Last week of the regular season in soccer, too, so a big week ahead, and we will see you next time right here on Sports Jam.